Manifesting isn't working. I've tried everything. I've laid on the couch. I've had the better thoughts. I've elevated my emotion. But have you took the massive action? Or any action? Have you embodied the person you wish to be? Have you took them steps one by one by one? I haven't took any action! Why? I haven't took any action whatsoever! Well, that's part of the missing puzzle, isn't it? But let me tell you, manifesting isn't what you think. You're right, my name is Daz and welcome to Stories for the Subconscious, where I want to help people to reprogram their subconscious minds so that they can basically reprogram their life for the better. This is sort of a bit of a follow-up from my previous video. So this is looking at manifestation, and it's not what you think. It's not what you think at all. And I just want to touch on something here because people were getting a bit mardy about it in my previous video, you know, saying, oh well, do you know what, people have just manifested things just by thought alone and stuff like that. Maybe small wins, but I disagree on the big things, because let's just put it into this perspective, shall we? Right, if everyone just had this thought, I want a dream car, or I want my dream house, or I want loads of money, and I want all this nice food, and I want this on holiday, and I want this dog, and I want this certain thing, and this item of jewellery, and this whatever it is, right? And it just all started appearing in your room, bang, one by one, bang, bang, piling up. Every time you thought about something, it was there, it was there, it was there, it was there, right? What on earth would you do with it all? You'd be like, fuck, it's all in my room now, I don't quite know what to do with it all. So that is sort of an element of proof there that whatever you think about don't just materialise and manifest, does it? It's everything exists in the here and now, and everything exists in a quantum field. So you have to attune to that frequency. But once you attune to it, whatever you want, whether it's financial abundance, whether it's your dream house, your dream car, your dream partner, right? The ways to get these things will come in the form of ideas and coincidences and synchronicities and, oh, do you know, meeting people down the street, or fancy seeing you here, then they've got that job opportunity for you, or they've got a way to get the dream house, do you know what I mean, or a way for you to be financially abundant. You could meet these people, and there's the synchronicities and stuff like that. But whatever it is, whether it's a synchronicity, whether it's a thought, an idea, an elevated emotion and stuff, you've still got to take the action towards doing it, haven't you? And people go, what about people who win the lottery then? Well, do you know, that is pure luck, but they've still took the action by putting the money on to buy the ticket, haven't they? Or whether you have a nice windfall on a bet on the horses or the football, you've still made the action by putting the bet on in the first place. The bet's not just going to randomly be put on for you, is it? And then you're just going to randomly win. So if you look at everything like that, here we go, I'm just ahead again. Hello! You have to take massive action. Yes, I am a Manchester United fan. Yes, I know we're doing rubbish at the moment. So let's just put that to bed, shall we? It's a fantastic top though. I do love the Adidas Originals top. I wish I'd just do all originals again instead of all the new one with the three. I just don't like it. I prefer the original stuff. Anyway, I'm digressing again. So you just imagine that if everything just started coming into your room like that, you wouldn't know what to do with it. And then if everything just got manifested by thought alone, imagine all the negative thoughts you've had, all the negative possibilities, or thinking of a future and being anxious about a future that doesn't even exist. Imagine if all that started appearing in your room. Oh, I hope I don't bump into my worst enemy. Oh, I hope I do that. Oh, I don't get in massive amounts of debt. Oh, I hope this doesn't happen, or that person doesn't die. And it all started happening and being around you and stuff like that. So that's another indicator that just by thinking about things doesn't make things manifest, does it? Hey, we've also got to look at the mirror principle, which is, I'll link a link to my video up there, and part 1 as well. I'll link part 1 to this manifesting video. But the mirror principle works all the time because you're embodying that frequency, that vibration. Say if you wanted to be a successful YouTube content creator, what does that person do? How does he create videos? How does it dress? How do they walk? How do they go about the day-to-day life? That is assuming the person you want to be. That is the mirror principle. You are starting to embody that person. But then even when you're embodying that person, if you listen to like being a famous content creator, you're still taking the action by creating the content. You're still editing the videos. You're still uploading the videos. So you're slowly becoming the full-time YouTuber. Can you see where I'm coming from? I also believe as well that the universe puts you in the right place at the right time. When you're thinking about leveling up, or when you're thinking about wanting to achieve this, that and the other, it can do things in various ways. So you're meant to be exactly where you are at the right time. So if your relationship's falling apart, or the person's met another person and left you, good. That's meant to happen. If you've lost your job, good. You're not meant to work there. Can you see what I mean? If these things aren't serving you towards leveling up, then the universe, creator, God, whatever you believe in, will destroy it and take it away from you. It's like friends, for instance. You know what I mean? I've been friends with a lot of people I'm no longer friends with now. And that's because they don't serve the level I'm at now. Do you know, if I spoke to them now and they're still there drinking in kitchens, taking drugs, just gossiping about everyone and seeking being the most stupidest, is that even the word, stupidest, silliest, daft, that's not serving me no more, is it? So I don't need that life no more, because I want to be financially abundant. I want to be a popular content creator, and I just want to live a good life. So me getting drunk and taking drugs in a kitchen on a weekend, it's not going to help this life what I want at all, is it? So that's in the past. And you could have a relationship where, yeah, you might have loved each other, you might have got on together, but if you've got similar different perspective on life, and you've got a different journey, one of the partners just might be comfortable just to sit and wait for the system, do the 9 to 5. Well, you might not be. You might be passionate. You might want to level up. You want to see what's out there. What best possible version of myself can I be, and what can I strive and work towards? And if they don't support that vision and you don't support theirs, then it's going to fall apart, isn't it? Some people are just comfortable doing the 9 to 5, coming home, laying on the couch, stuffing themselves with junk food, watching TV, watching Netflix and going to bed, and just repeating on that hamster wheel all the time. I wasn't happy doing that no more, and that's why my life fell apart, and now I can see why it fell apart. But that's another story. That's another video for another time. I'm not ready to do that video yet. This is purely about manifesting and why it's not what you think. Another thing as well, do you know, where people just focusing on, oh, if I think better thoughts and, do you know, wish for this and wish for that, I'm going to get it. It's also, in a way, I think, teaching a level of greed. If you don't have to work for anything and you can just lay there and sit there and get everything you've ever needed, that's sort of greedy, because people aren't going to stop, are they? And then, do you know, all the people that have worked to get where they need to be. I think you need to work towards where you need to be. You need to align with the frequency and take massive action. I still believe in that, take massive action. Do you know, thinking the better thought and elevating your emotion and the frequency towards the thing you want is just a part of it. You've also got to take the action, because I'm telling you, you can try again and again and again to just sit there, think the better thoughts of what you want, and just see what happens. And then a year will go by and you'll just think, I have wasted my bloody time when I could be tuning into the thoughts, tuning into the frequency, putting it out there. Then when the ideas come to me, take action on them ideas, be inspired, or when the synchronicities are there, or when you bump into them people what are aligning with that certain frequency and that certain sort of where you want to be, then you take action around them things. And if you don't take action, you're just going to be stuck forever on this cycle of seeing another video where they tell you that you can just manifest just by a thought alone and it's going to appear there, and then they take your money and your time and you're still stuck and back to square one. You know, so many of us get stuck on this superficial level of manifestation, and we forget about that. It's about becoming the true person we need to be in order to get the things we want. We've got to align with the things we want. You can't try and manifest something when you're embodying the mirror principle of lack, and a person who's in poverty or lacks everything, and then you think you're just going to attract something which is going to be the polar opposite of it. It's not going to happen like that. Instead of focusing what you don't have, and you know, if you are poor or not, or you don't have the things you want, focus on the things that you do have. Be grateful for the things that you do have, and then you'll start to slowly raise your vibration, and then you can use that raised vibration to start thinking about the things that you do want and stuff. And then when them ideas come to you through the quantum field, and you're thinking about, you're like, oh my God, where did that idea come from? That's a good idea. Maybe I should work towards that. And then you start to do the things. You start to do the things that the person you aspire to be would do. Yeah, whether it's a successful person, a financially abundant person, how would they act? What would they do to get towards this, etc. Can you see where I'm coming from? I'm not going to fluff it about people. I'm not going to fluff it, right? I'm not going to give you a load of fluff and just say, yeah, you can just think better thoughts, because I've been lying to you. And I don't want to do that. I want to give you the brutal, honest truth. Thinking the better thoughts, elevating your emotion is just part of it, but you've got to take the action, even if it's in the forms of doing little simple steps towards being that person you wish to be. But you've got to do that part. And how you're going to start to become the person you want to be, or whatever you want to manifest, is to start working within. If you've got some internal blockages about, you know, or you've got like a poverty mindset or a scarcity mindset, it's time to work within and get rid of them things. And you can start by doing that with affirmations, or, you know, meditation, things like that. Going for walks, and then thinking about the person you aspire to be, and taking the steps in that direction. What does this person dress like? What do they smell like? What do they do? How would they edit a video? How would they do that? How would they find all this information? How would they get financially abundant? What would they invest in? Do you know, how many jobs do they have? Stuff like that. All different types of stuff. What are going to help you to be able to manifest more effectively. But if, again, as I say it again, if you just try and do it by thought alone, good luck, you'll be there all fucking day. Let me know in the comments, peeps. Let me know down there in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've been like me before. You've been a sucker to believing that you can just sit on the couch or sit wherever and just think better thoughts, and all of a sudden your life's going to change into this miracle manifesting, and things are going to start dropping in your room, money's going to start falling from the sky. Let me know in the comments if you fell for this stuff all the time, or any time. Just let me know, and we can speak about it as a community, because I think there's a lot of people trying to get people's money, and they're going, look at me, I achieve my goals by manifesting, I achieve this just by thinking better thoughts. Even the person who wrote The Secret, is it she called Rhonda Byrne? She may tell you just that she had better thoughts and stuff like that, but if you listen to her stuff properly, what she's saying as well is that, you know, it wasn't just about the better thoughts. She had them thoughts, she wanted to do something, a certain thing, she became aware of what she wanted, aware of where thoughts go in, watched her thoughts, and took massive action towards creating the film The Secret, or the many books what she's got out and stuff like that. So she has still took action. So people who are telling you that you don't need to take action, you just need to match the frequency, are lying. Because yeah, you've matched the frequency. All right, I've matched the frequency. Sorry about this camera angle. I'm holding it. I can't find my tripod stick. It's always a situation, isn't it? So I do apologise. But where was I? I've digressed again. Let me think. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So you've matched the frequency, you've matched the vibration, the elevated emotion and the thought. Financially abundant. You can feel it. You're matching that energy. Now what? What do you do? Just sit and wait? Sit and wait for the universe to finally drop something? No money's coming. Can't see that dream partner anywhere. Can't see that dream house anywhere. It's not falling on my lap. Because it won't. But what if you've been given all of these opportunities for when you have matched the thought and the elevated emotion through coincidences, through signs, through ideas what just popped in your head, and they're telling you to do these certain things, or they're telling you to move in that direction, Or you meet someone who speaks about a job opportunity or how to get financial abundance, and you just ignore it. No, I'm not gonna pay attention. This is Dilly Daz again. I'm not gonna pay attention because I've done my thoughts and my elevated emotions, so that's all I need. But there's this person offering you a job opportunity. Yes, but I've already put my wish out there, so I'm just waiting for it to arrive. But that could have been your wish, couldn't it? That could have been how it's going to arrive. No, it's going to drop on my lap and come into my house. You really are a fucking idiot. Can you see? Can you see what I'm trying to say here? Hey, these things could have been coming to you time and time and time again, and you've just battered it off because you're trying to sit on your couch and wish for everything you want by thinking about better thoughts to bring them things into fruition. If everyone did that, there'd be no poverty. Everyone would be doing that and getting what they wanted. Does it look like everyone, barring a select few percentage of the world, has got everything they ever wanted? Let's look at the richest people in the world. Some I don't disagree with, some I think are damn right awful, but let's look. Look at the action they take. Did they just sit there, think better thoughts, and then all of a sudden they was rich? No. They took action, didn't they? They took action to get where they needed to be. And that's what you need to do. So get the thought and the elevated emotion, embody it, become that version of yourself, become that frequency, even if it's just small steps, like dressing a bit more successfully, doing the steps maybe on the computer, researching what can get you to the next level. Do you know, just going for a walk and pretending you are that person, you know, acting as if, but the mirror principle, seeing yourself as that person. And then just see where it takes you. You'll be surprised. And then you've also got to think as well, what if you're not ready for whatever you want in life? What if you've not got that yet, or got to that stage yet because you're not ready? Imagine if you're working towards being, say for me, I want to be an influencer, mindset influencer, a content creator. I do the content, I do weekly uploads, I do shorts and stuff. But I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that, and I know if people give me harsh comments and stuff, water off a duck's back. I don't care, just won't even engage with it. I won't even let that affect my internal state, my energy. But some people might go on YouTube, might do some videos they're passionate about and stuff and upload it, and they might get some horrendous comments from trolls, what they're not ready to deal with. Now, like I just said, for me, it's water off a duck's back, water off my bald head. But what if someone sees some harsh comments saying, like, oh, you're talking nonsense, oh, does that stop you from being, whatever it may be, do you know what I mean? Oh, they could be calling your names, calling you about your appearance, calling you about this, that and the other. Some people might have been dealing with a lot of stuff around, you know, their appearance, or they might have been bullied about that before, or might have just had some harsh comments what they've really took the trauma from and not dealt with it properly. They could see them comments aimed at them when really it's just a stupid troll who's got nothing better to do in their time, and because they're full of self-loathing and they're not achieving anything in life, they target the people who are trying to do something. And that's always the case. You don't get successful, financially abundant people, successful people, picking on people who have just started their journey, whatever it may be. You just don't. Because they're not interested, because they're already levelling up. So you can guarantee if you do get any abuse, oh god, my arm's aching there. If you do get any abuse from a troll, right, you can guarantee it's because they're not where they're at in life, or they've failed in life, or they can't be bothered to even try and achieve in life, or they're dealing with a lot of self-loathing, traumatic experience, what's happened to them, and whatever they're calling you or, you know, mocking you about, you can guarantee it's happened to them in one form or another, and they're projecting it out. See the mirror principle again. It happens in that way as well. If you're embodying negative stuff, or you've had negative stuff done to you and you've not dealt with it properly, you're embodying that negative person, that horrible person or whatever, and you're pushing it out. So when I was really overweight, I've said this in a previous video, the mirror principle, please check it out. When I was really overweight, I started to see more people what was overweight, and then when I walked, I used to look and be quite disgusted in them, and look at why they're just eating themselves to death, why they're not doing anything about it. And I saw that's because I was overweight and I was projecting that out. the mirror principle. I saw myself like that, so I was experiencing more in that situation to remind me of that, because that's how I'm seeing myself. So within, so without, and that's how you see the world around you. So if you do get trolled or anything like that, just simply let it go. Ignore it. Because they haven't really got the beef with you, it's with the self. They're just projecting that onto you. But if you're not ready to deal with it, all hell could break loose. Mentally, emotionally and physically. So that could be another reason where you've done everything, you've started to take the action, taking the steps, whatever, but it's still, you've had the thoughts, the elevated emotion, you're taking the action, but it's still not happening. That could be a reason why. If you're not ready for the level up, you won't just get put into that arena, because you'll get crushed and be right back down to where you started and probably never try it again. So there's loads of things to take into consideration. The universe, I do believe, meets you halfway. And God wants to see the true beauty of their creation. And the universe will meet you halfway, but you've got to put the word in. The universe will always have your back and always work in your favour. So if it thinks you're not ready for these things, what you want, or maybe it's not even really what you want inside. You just think because everyone who's on that journey has these things, that's what you want, but you might not really want that. So the universe, God, creator, or anything like that will meet you halfway, but if you're not ready for it, or that doesn't really align with you, you're probably not going to get it. I'm sorry to say. You've got to be ready for that. You've got to be ready for the next step. You've got to be ready for the 2.0 version of you, and the universe will meet you halfway. But if you're not ready for that yet, or that's not part of your journey and you just think it is, it won't happen, or you'll get crushed and you'll be back to square one. Sorry to say. But when you are ready to level up and you're having the thoughts and the elevated emotion and you're matching and aligning with the frequencies, you don't have to worry about how it's going to come. Just keep doing what you're doing, be the authentic you, keep taking action, keep thinking the thoughts and have the elevated emotion and matching the frequency in the sort of area you wish to be, and it will happen. You don't have to worry about the how and why, you just know it's going to happen. Yeah, so you could be thinking that you're putting all this energy in wanting to have it a certain way, wanting to have it this way, but it comes to you in a completely different way. And if it is channeling and coming to you in a different way through certain thoughts and ideas and stuff, be open to all possibilities. Don't just bat it away, because that could be how your manifestation is coming to you, but you're just knocking it away. So just be open to all possibilities and don't think about the how. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and if you're matching the frequency, you're taking them steps, you're embodying that person, you're being that person, you're taking the action, it will come to you. 100% no doubt it will come to you. Well, that's it for this week's subconscious story once again, folks, and I hope you have found value in the content once again. And if you have, please like, share and subscribe, as it helps the stories to thrive. Helps the stories even. I don't know what I said then, helps. It helps the story to thrive, stay alive and get into that subconscious mind. Until next time.